Petroleum County, Montana. Petroleum County is a county in the U.S. state of Montana. As of the 2010 United States Census, the population was 494, making it the least populous county in Montana and the seventh least populous in the United States. Its county seat is Winnett. The county's area was partitioned from Fergus County to become the last of Montana's 56 counties to be organized. History. The area was home to Native American tribes of the Crow, Blackfoot, Nez Perce, and Sioux. In 1868, a trading post was established at the mouth of Musselshell River. It was named Musselshell. Walter John Winnett, a rancher who had been adopted into the Sioux tribe, started a ranch in Montana Territory in 1879. His ranch house, built 1900, became a gathering place for the area. In 1910, he built a store and petitioned for a post office, thus Winnett became an official town. Fort Maginnis, built in western Fergus County in 1880, subdued Indian raids in the area, allowing cattle raising to prosper. Gold was also discovered in the Fergus County mountains. From 1911 to 1915, stakes in the county were claimed by prospectors. Area claims were limited to 320 acres, 130 ha. In 1930, many of these lands reverted to the federal government as settlers deserted the town. In February 1920, oil was discovered in the SE part of the county. This area developed into the Cat Creek field, producing high-grade crude. By 1922, it was producing 2.2 million barrels annually. The state legislature split the eastern area of Fergus County into a separate entity named Petroleum County to denote its status as the first place in Montana where petroleum was discovered in 1925, and designated Winnett as its seat. The county was always one of the most sparsely populated areas of the U.S., and the population has continued to decline. The 1930 census listed 2045 residents. The county was brought under administrative format of the county manager in 1944. By the time of the 1980 census, the population was reduced to 685. Geography. The county's eastern boundary is formed by the Musselshell River. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county has a total area of 1674 square miles, 4,340 km2, 1655 square miles, 4,290 km2 land, and 19 square miles, 49 km2, 1.1% water. Its average elevation is 254,000 feet, 690 m. The land lies in the Missouri Plateau section of the Great Plains. The uplands are generally of fairly level land and valleys, while the general topography is of rolling hills and valleys, except for sharp gullies on the side slopes of Missouri and Musselshell rivers in certain stretches. The southern part of the county consists of moderate hill slopes and gentle valleys, interspersed with steep cliffs. Highways. U.S. Route 87, T7, State Highway 200, State Highway 244. Rivers. Missouri River, Musselshell River. Lakes. Wild Horse Lake, Little Bear Lake, War Horse Lake, Petroleum Lake, Yellow Water Reservoir, Headman Field Reservoir. The northern part of the county has abundant surface water resources, with little agricultural land to use it. In other parts of the county, agriculture is reliant on underground water resources. Adjacent counties. Climate. The mean annual precipitation is 13 inches, 330 mm. The mean annual temperature is in the range of 42–47 deg F68 deg C. Frost is recorded during the season for 105–135 days. Rainfall is 13 inches 330 mm in Flat Willow. It is 16 inches 410 mm at Grass Range and 13 inches 330 mm at Mosby. At these locations, the mean winter temperatures are 24 deg F4 deg C, 25 deg F4 deg C, and 23 deg F5 deg C respectively. The lowest temperature recorded at Mosby was on January 24, 1969, of 43°F42°C. The maximum temperature recorded was 108°F42°C on July 19, 1960, at Flat Willow. Nearly 70% of rainfall occurs from April to September, also the growing season for many crops in the county. The average seasonal snowfall is 40 in 100 cm at Flat Willow, 63 in 160 cm at Grass Range, and 36 in 91 cm at Mosby. Average wind speed is about 17 miles per hour, 7.6 m/s, and is higher in winter months than summer months. Protected areas. Warhorse National Wildlife Refuge, Charles M. Russell National Wildlife Refuge. Geology. A sandstone ridge with steep dips runs along the northern end of the county. This anticline is petroleum-bearing and divides the county into two areas. To the north, geological formations of Bearpaw Shale or the Hell Creek Formation. To the south, formations containing older Cretaceous rocks. Marine shales of Cretaceous age are found as outcrops throughout the county. Sandstones are noted in alternate sequences and are identified at deeper depths in Cat Creek. A Tyrannosauridae fossil skeleton was discovered in the Judith River Formation, while a Lamosaurus was discovered in the Hell Creek Formation. Flora and fauna. Rangeland contains wheatgrass, forbs, shrubs, green needlegrass, blue grama, big sagebrush, plains prickly pear, woolly Indian wheat, weed-like forbs, broom snakeweed, nuttle saltbush, prairie sandreed, horizontal juniper, plains reedgrass, golden pea, and prairie rose. Forest land covers 64,296 acres, of which 6,500 acres are characterized as commercial forest land. Ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, and plains cottonwood are noted. The forest understory features obtuse sedge, creeping juniper, Rocky Mountain juniper, bluebunch wheatgrass, little elbustern, and hawksbeard. The county has elk, white-tailed deer, mule deer, and pronghorn antelope. There are pheasant, eagles, and gray or Hungarian partridge. Economy. As of March 2012, the cost of living index in the county was 82.255, below the national average of 100. Petroleum and cattle raising are the principal economic activities. Livestock farming accounts for 89.7% of the farm income. Crude oil from the Cat Creek and Rattlesnake Butte fields is piped to refineries in Billings. Agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting are attributed to 66% of the population. Mining accounts for 58.2% of people in the county, while in educational, health, and social services 15.5% of people are engaged. Some of the notable ranches in the county are MacArthur Ranch, Maxwell Ranch, Crooked Creek Campground, Fail Ranch, and Navek Homestead. As of 2012, the average size of farms was 6,045 acres, and the area under all harvested wheat grain was 14,720 acres, 5,960 ha. The major crops grown in the county are wheat, both winter wheat and spring wheat, and barley. Alfalfa and grass hay are grown as cattle feed under irrigated conditions along the main river course and also on the banks of creeks such as Flat Willow, Box Elder, and McDonald. Demographics. As of the 2010 United States Census, there were 494 people, 225 households, and 143 families residing in the county. The population density was 0.3 inhabitants per square mile, 0.12/km2. There were 324 housing units at an average density of 0.2 per square mile, 0.77/km2. The racial makeup of the county was 98.8% white, 0.0% from other races, and 1.2% from two or more races. Those of Hispanic or Latino origin made up 1.0% of the population. In terms of ancestry, 35.1% were German, 15.9% were Norwegian, 15.7% were English, 13.2% were Irish, and 3.5% were American. Of the 225 households, 28.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 55.1% were married couples living together, 4.0% had a female householder with no husband present, 36.4% were non-families, and 35.1% of all households were. The average household size was 2.20, and the average family size was 2.83. The median age was 47.3 years. The median income for a household in the county was $36,875, and the median income for a family was $39,107. Males had a median income of $25,991 versus $21,000. The per capita income for the county was $21,008. About 18.1% of families and 16.7% of the population were below the poverty line, including 26.3% of those under age 18 and 12.7% of those age 65 or over. Politics, 6, politics, 6, politics. Voters in Petroleum County generally vote Republican in national elections. Since 1928, they selected the Republican candidate in 78% of the elections. The last election where Petroleum went for a Democrat was in 1964. Town: Winnett County seat. Unincorporated communities: Cat Creek, Mosby Partial, Valentine Partial. Former communities: Flat Willow, Tajan,